schooling. Ain't got no mother, ain't got no culture, no friends, got no schooling, ain't got no love, ain't got no name, ain't got no ticket, ain't got no token, ain't got no God. But what have I got that they can't take away? I got my hair, got my hair, got my mom, got my... I got life. All right, that's the theme song. Is we're working on it. Work in progress. Very good, very good, very good work. Today's video. You know, I'm here to counter all the fools out there, the scam artists. We're pushing the insanely ridiculous corporate point of view. You go on and on. Where did I want to start with this? You know, I'm saying like this. I'm going to go talk about left-wing conspiracy realism. I have a bunch of topics I wrote here, so let's just like, what is that? Well, there's a real conspiracy, right? It's the 1%, right? The 1% are a criminal gang, right? They're organized and they're guilty of what? Structural murder, right? Because they take all the money and the productivity of the workers and they just like stock it away. So like when you say that's what a fascist is a structural murderer. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about someone who's taken away. It's not like fascists like almost agree with this or could like sort of agree with this. They're taking away people's right to live, you know. So let's just go to this clip by Richard Wolff just to break it up and make it look like the type of video they do, so it's just not for one person rambling forever. Guys, I do.
Jeff Bezos is $129 billion. If we took away half of his wealth, he'd be left with $65 billion. Guess what? That would make him one of the 10 richest people on the planet if we took half of it away. And imagine what we could do with that $65 billion. I'm going
to stop there because I want to get to this point. You know, is Jeff Bezos a criminal gangster? To have that $180 billion and let the people live in starvation and filth and homelessness because and now he says he can't figure out what to do with all that money. Is that a murderer? Is that a structural murderer? I just don't see the morality in our system. I just think our system has become devoid, and that's the humor, is that the people who claim to uphold Christian values, like Jordan Peterson per se, that's Christianity and communism is fake, I'd slap you happily. These people are all like very big, you know, they're bullying victims. Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, all these people are obviously, and this is coming from a bullying victim myself because I'm obviously a weirdo. So I just don't have I have autism spectral enhancement, and obviously it makes you a little bit different. Some people don't really relate to me the exact same way as you know, and maybe some of these people like Peterson, you know, very, very smart. It's like who's going to listen to a guy in the schoolyard? They're going to be like, oh, that's Peterson talking. Like, they're going to make fun of him. Shapiro too is going to be like someone is totally made fun of. You know, so and these people, you know, they want to be put in a position of power. They want to feel like they're, and that's what I think conservatism has to be like, a position of like, it makes you feel weak to like ideal, like republicanism, like right-wingism is like masculinism, and left-wingism is, you know, feminism. It's weakness. It's not having, it's not doing, you know, it's all the stereotypical feminism. I'm not talking about like, you know, strong women and whatnot. They're just, but in other words, they'll idealize like women as this whole SJWs thing is like, oh, women are stupid. And yeah, some women are stupid and crazy. A lot of men are stupid and crazy and have no basis for what they're saying or doing. So, yeah, what I wanted to talk about was, you know, we don't know that, you know, is this gang, what is the gang doing? Like, what is it really guilty of, you know? Well, they control the media, right? We know they control the media, but it does sneak through. I want to talk about like that too. I mean, because this is important. It's like, how does Gary DeForve know? This is going to be maybe a little bit of a minute here. How does Gary DeForve, but I want to make this as simple as possible, people, to understand what's happening and how it's very easy to just erase it if it's coming from a certain place, you know. I mean, you have to have like one like legit sponsor. I mean, there are certain, they talk about in, I would say, the libertarian, even the fake libertarian left sort of, or they act a bit leftist kind of, like the James Corbett guys. They'll talk about, they have the idea that Chomsky is a gatekeeper for information and he's going to like control the dialogue. So it's like, oh, he just wants to like make it so like the established, no, that's not what he's saying. He's at MIT. So like he's part of a situation where like a lot of smart people basically listen and go like, yes, he's a guy, you know. And so people much smarter than me, he knows people smarter than he is. He literally knows people probably actually smarter than him. See what I'm saying? He's connected to the web of academia, of review. It's this like web of info. It's a web of, you know, which exists out this, like he and this academia, the left wing. Oh, the academia is all left wing. Yeah, because the media is all represented by, and if they say that, you know that they're right wing because they're representing who they're representing. They're just representing the capital side, you know. So it really shouldn't be that difficult to figure out like who these people, you know, just if you just, I'm just trying to break it down to the easiest way to understand, you know. So it's just like really easy to dispense with, like, say when Alex Jones says like the Pizzagate or and then he comes up with the Seth Rich thing, and then like Joe Rogan's like, well, and Jimmy Dore like, well, I don't know, could it, you know? Well, really, do you think it is a plot? Do you think Cenk Uygur's in on a plot? Is that what you're saying? Cenk Uygur doesn't talk about it because do you think the DNC lawsuit that Cenk Uygur and all the people who aren't featuring that are in on the plot? Is that what you're saying? Well, you know, that's what I'm saying is there is that journalistic area. Is now even like a growing, and hopefully Gary DeForve is kind of joining them right now. You know, is like the people who are like really standing out is just this like, this is basic shit, man. Bernie's just trying to put us into the freaking 20 whatever century, you know, just like getting up to normal social policy where one person doesn't have all the freaking money. And, you know, that's the, like Marx, I just learned this Marx quote. Maybe I'll find a Marx quote. Yeah, I might as well do it correct. Marx quote, what the fuck? Let's go quote Marx, motherfucker. All right, let's do it. There it is. Because I put a comment and I got a like. Wow. Oh, really? Okay, this is a Richard Wolff. I pronounce it Wolff. This is a Richard Wolff quote too. Wolff quote. Okay. Damn it. Come on. Oh, here we go. Fuck, man. I hate when it fucking does this shit. Go normal. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. There's a stupid picture, kind of. I don't mean it's that stupid, but oh, let's see. Maybe it's kind of cool because it's that's Capitol. Oh, it's like a dead guy in an old. Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. All right. God damn it. It's fucking moving. I hate that. Here we go. Capital is dead labor, which vampire-like lives only by sucking living labor, and lives the more labor it sucks. vampires. That's weird too, because I used to have a thing when I just remembered this right now. I'm just getting like a brain explosion because that's what I used to call the people. And I don't know where I got the vampire thing, but and he's probably from like Vampire Land. Where is he? Germany? Yeah. Anyways, that's what I used to call all the, because the managers where I used to work, Trader Joe's, let's say it. They just they just messed up the system. I mean, and regardless of, I'm sure they maybe eventually, maybe they looked after the bottom line of the profit and they got rid of me, who was making more money, and they disallowed me, from having Obamacare, which who knows? I mean, now we know that Obama is like a skunk. I mean, that's probably his plan all along. Keep privatizing. I want to meet them halfway. In fact, I'm going to go and adopt the old healthcare plan put out by the Heritage Foundation, one of the most right-wing, because I want to be a centrist and reach over the aisle and blink off the fucking Capitol. Okay, that was, yeah. I hate these fucking people. I was thinking too, why I heard something that blew my freaking mind last night, which was how the Asperger doctor was a Nazi psychologist. And the first diagnosis of Asperger's, or not Asperger's, but they called it psychopathic. Wait a minute, no. Something autistic psychopathy. They called it autistic psychopathy, and they said that these children were unable to be fascists, so they should be separated out. I don't know if they were going to separate and these people, the autistics, from a society and murder them or what. Now, I don't know if I would have been considered. I think the definition of what these people were has changed, where maybe these were people with normal intelligence, but really had really appeared to be, I don't know how much if I appear to have I don't think people don't think I have Asperger's. I just look like a weirdo, and I think that's a lot of people just maybe have autistic traits. They maybe fit the definitions, but they're not what is considered whatever. So, whoop, there it is, and yeah, I just felt like we're in a goddamn banana republic when I was at the Trader Joe's working, because it's just freaking, it's just you're just there collecting money now for these freaking German, you're literally collecting money for Satan. You're literally participating in, working in structural murder, in participating in this system. I mean, it's just I don't think that sounds that far-fetched, and the criminal gang that controls it all is that 1%. And someone like Bezos is just someone who, what is he doing? He's just consolidating wealth. He just knocked out the little guy, the small guy. Now, certainly all those people are dying off in the small towns who used to own the little shops and everything anyways. So their children are just turning to heroin, and that's what's happening in America, because you don't have an economy. There's no economy. And even they talked about the Richard Wolff talks about the 50, that would have such 50 billion on education, just like a public investment. That's why I'm saying it's an all-out plot. It's an all-out plot by this gang to privatize and that's what fascism is. It's a plot by a tiny minority of corporatists. That's what Nazism is. A plot to privatize everything and capture the government for themselves. So I don't see that much different between, I mean, Bezos has $180 billion, and there are people, in a lot of pain and misery out there. And like I said, even he gives a third of it. I heard 180 billion, so 130, whatever. And we don't even freaking know, because it's just it's all just potential. See what I mean? It's all potential capital, and he's going to end up with. They say Gates is going to end up with $1 trillion, and these people don't know what to do with it. Well, I know what to do with it. Take it away. Take it away. And I would probably just destroy some of it, just for you to be sitting dead. just for being dead labor, sucking off living workers who are trying to just make a living in a sustainable manner is goddamn ridiculous. Serious, dog. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. 15 minutes. I think that's enough for one video because I want to go on and just break it up into different levels of videos. So let's see what the next video brings.